made by Frictional Games. We have Penumbra here ahead of us. And if you aren't familiar with this, the look and feel of the game will be probably recognizable by you immediately. It's made by the same developers as Amnesia, The Dark Descent, so that's one big title. Soma's, their more recent title, is something else they've worked on, and it has that same, there's a hand icon and you can grab and pull things and stuff within all their games. Same thing here. So if you like that kind of game, this is going to be for you. It was made 2009, I believe, or that might have been the remake. It could be 2007. So this game's a little bit dated, a little over a decade, but it's still pretty good, and the story builds up nicely by the end of the second part of the game, which is the Black Plague. This is Overture, obviously, but with all that, let's go ahead and get started. New game. I've already adjusted the volume, it should be good enough. For those who are bad at action games, recommended, suits most players. For players wanting a real chow, we're going to do normal. My story began in February, year 2000. Now, I did play this shortly after it was released initially.
My part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Okay. As I was saying, I haven't played this game for nearly the same amount of times it's been out. So it'll be mostly blind play, because I definitely don't remember every action here. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick up things using the left mouse, as one would describe to themselves. And I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Hey, can you left mouse that salt over to me? Alright. Yep, see, pick up, pull, toss things. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland. So I've got a pretty decent idea where I'm heading. Control is crouch. As well as I can here. How do you uncrouch? There. Just set that right here. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. P. I have no notes, no reminders. I'm not a very proactive person. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. That's tell me how to open the drawer. So, like so, just like in Amnesia. Oh, the graphics are doing some odd things here. It leads out onto the deck, but I don't fancy braving the weather until I have to. Got ourselves a little duffel bag. There's our fancy fuzzy coat. I suppose doing some... Oh, what's in here? Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of the life at sea? That's how she speaks. Don't listen with her. I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need, so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see you if you'll be coming by any trout. But I said that they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while, if you know what I mean. Take care, my love. Yeah, I know that was the fisherman's wife, but it was too late. I was already set in. Alright. Flashlight. The flashlight switches on and off via the inventory tab, or, hopefully, with the shortcut key of F. Now that the emergency glow sticks should still be in the locker keys in my inventory. Alright, we got a torch. Flashlight to us here Americans. How do I use said key? Oh, wait, there we go. Stupid duffel bag. Get... Good thing I have my torch at hand. This country seems to exist in the something of darkness. Should come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through my inventory or with the shortcut of G. That should be everything I need. I want to get going before dark. I'll take those batteries. There, let's get our stuff all nice and neat. I got some pictures over there on the wall. What do you mean one bed? We got a bunk bed in here. Alright, let's close this up and do whatever we need to continue this story. Pretty odorous. I'm glad I'm getting out of here soon. They must eat and sleep and, well, do everything else in this one room for 1 week at a time. It's a rickety wooden desk. I can get that drawer open if I just had the interaction button and drag with the mouse. Who talks to themselves like that? Let's get this out of the way. I want that. Oh, right click throws. Pull it in. Ooh. Yeah, I'm causing a mess. Alright, let's get going. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I didn't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after. I knew hyperthermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Alright, click to continue. Let's go. So cold. Don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Alright, so we just kind of spawned out in the snowfield. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Or is it some kind of animal in the distance? I didn't see that last bit. Here's a mysterious shelter. Wait. I missed what I was supposed to do here. Can't get in, the ice is too thick. Fisherman's wife's love letter, I took it. I leave? Frozen solid must break ice. Break it with what? Can't seem to pick up anything. Oh, here we go. If I click and hold the interact button left mouse, I should be just about able to manage to pick up the rock. The cold's made me weak, but I can still throw things using the examine button right mouse when I'm carrying something, which is what we did with the booze bottles back in the cabin. There we go. That's one thing about these controls. It's a drag and drag and drag to get anywhere. Alright, we made our way in. A little dark. I hear whispering. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although, looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? A heavy-looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside of it. Barely move it. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this? We got some port beams here. Oh, steel rod. Yoink. We got some flares. More flares. Some sardines. Let's see, I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the right mouse and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. Do I have to pull it out? Yeah, there we go. These shelves are as old as everything else around here. Could be over 50 years since anyone's been down here. Oh, hold on. How do I swing this thing? That's weird. You have to make both motions. Like you drag left and then you drag right. Drag right, drag left. Can I bust these open and see what's inside? I doubt it after that many swings. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, we do have something over here. Emergency exit. Oh good, the ladder's broken. I should have known that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. You fool! It's a wooden door. Hope it's open. It's stuck. There must be something in the way. Well, there's a flare back there. So we're looking for an alternative way through. Yeah, looky here. Finish getting out of the way. This hole's boarded up a long time ago. The wood looks pretty soft now. I don't know what to do here. Alright. Yeah, this tunnel looks totally natural. We got a left and right pass. Okay. This looks like it's missing a crank. This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center and no way to operate it. This hatch is seriously solid. It won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep the people out. Or in. Maybe I need to use this steel rod in here. Okay. Yeah. Hatch opened. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I jotted down a note, and I'm not going to tell you what it is unless you read it. Well, it's not these notes. To-do list. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd best be off, staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. By crouching and pressing left control will give me a chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint in my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. Yeah, not right now, we're not. A little too dark for that. My best bet is to hide for a couple seconds. Oh, what's this? Is this just a distraction? A wooden box. Not as heavy as it looks, but still it should serve as some form of weapon if I have to defend myself. I can throw that at something. We got a map here. That's where we are. We got an office, explosives, the northern area, workshop, and storage. Well, I guess we better go off to storage first. I'll carry this around. Now there is something I remember out here. Oh, this place must be old if they still are using paraffin lamps. Looks like this one still has some juice left in it. I don't know how I'm supposed to light it, but... Storage room. Yep. I do remember there were some dogs in the beginning areas. And they are killable, so it's not like you're crazy defenseless. Alright, storage area. What you got? Well, there's a lighter. If this lighter wasn't empty, it'd be handy the thing to have. So let's fix that. We have boots. I can't look at the boots. Reams of wiring. The door is locked. Locked from the other side. That does not mean there's someone still inside. I can hear chattering. Thank God. Maybe I can get some answers. I've jotted notes down just in case. I can hear a little bit of whimpering or something in there. Alright, let's take these lumps of iron or whatever out. Man, it just won't budge with that one in there. Get. There we are. I do want to see if this door right here will open. Hey. We found ourselves a thing. A saving thing. Ugh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Painkillers, more batteries. You know, those 40-year-old batteries. It looks as if this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? Looking for batteries and the like. Can I take this with me and like chuck it? A little heavy. That was a spider. I don't like spiders. Of course, we have 3 ways to go. Let's try left first. Come on. I might need that ladder. No, we'll leave this. We'll leave the crate. We'll take the ladder. Try the middle. Get some steam going on over there. Is that a... there's some things down here. Yeah, you cannot climb that. Alright. Day 1. I began this record still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value. Despite the chaos we have ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to do that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. Oh, he left a whole novel down here in the basement. I gotta stop with that voice, though. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of my second mistake was to make assumptions on the third mistake was to act on both those assumptions and going outside where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid. And I have found myself in an unfamiliar locale, but curiously could find no life by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made his old mine its home, although the specimen bore significant. Day 19 of day 4000. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. No one seems to like spiders in this universe. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. And a vlog. Little spider vor. Take that though. Let's grab our ladder. Let's keep looking around. A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. Crack open that shell. That'd be gross. Okay, so we went that way. We went this way and then right, and then we just came from that direction. So let's go over here. Ow, ow, ow. That seam could blister flesh from the bone in an instant. I know, I've seen it happen. I'll be alright. Get out of the way. Day 71. The spiders are so tasty. Day 100. If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I would say that it looks like eggshells. Flashlight. It's a flare. Where's my batteries? Wait, how do you use batteries? I don't know. Glow stick it is. Oh, come on. The steam is brutal. You ever stick your face over a pot of steam, like you're cooking something, and you're like, that steam smell, and you just instantly pass out and die? You ever do that? Really? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this ladder. Or this lock. Now watch, I'll leave the ladder here. And I'll need it somewhere else. Do I put this right here? There. We have a way out. I can still sort of see. We're gonna take this rock over to that lock and see if we can't just bust it open. Alright, that's where the thing was. Okay, back out. We're back over here. Really? Maybe the hammer will work. The hammer works. Okay. That's awesome. What we got in here? Batteries. Gas lighter fluid. I guess we can use that. Good. Turn that stupid steam off. Oh, no day 183 notes back there. That's a shame. Now let's get out of here. Oh. Believe it's this way and to the left. Uh-oh. Got some activity upstairs. Alright, let's head back up. I'm gonna be using this glow stick for a while until I get enough batteries to power my torch. Look at this. This is one battery right here. It takes like 20 batteries to fill this thing up. There we go. Oopsie doodle. Whoa. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Who else is still down here? Let's go ahead and save again. Really looking closely at that thing. I may never get used to that. Who's in here? Oh, pencil. I'll take that. So if you guys are new to the channel and you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, put a comment down below too. I'd like to hear from you. You know, help with those YouTube algorithms. Looks like in the last half a year or a third of a year he's been doodling. He's like, they keep getting bigger and juicier, a little bit crunchier. Looks like it's been carved into the wood with a knife. Alright, we got another goddamn note. Only 3 pages. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair, and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with the operational lock or door lock. The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself was elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick, glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. Well, we also have a key. Old key. This key's old and scratched, but looks to be in one piece. Excellent. Got anything in these drawers? Batteries, flares? Nothing? Whatever. Alright, we have... Wait. Don't I need to put that with this? Yeah, there we go. It's filled up and ready to burn. Burn, baby, burn! Keep doing that ion fury. Ho ho, I know what this thing is. It's his tongue. Man, how far... Oh, that's his organ he cut out. I see. Okay. No, that's cool. Here, I'll just set that back where we found it. Or there. Awesome. Let's close that up. Nothing in the drawer. The largest spider I've ever seen, with its gut carved open. Juicy guts. Alright, so we have a key now. Wait, what's... Oh, that's the way out. Hey! What the... This hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I'd go anywhere near it, even if it was. What burrowed out of this tunnel? Something came out and grabbed the man and took him away. Ooh, what's this? Beef jerky. What? Beef jerky. Guess I'll take it. Alright. We're done in the storage area. I don't need to like that. You crazy? I'm not gonna be back over here. Oh god, there's something else down here with me. I can't just wait for whatever's around the corner. I need to hide. I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'd be a goner. Man, I'm just gonna fight the thing. Not as heavy it looks, still, it should serve as a form of weapon if I need to defend myself. I can't see anything yet. Probably because I have this damn glow stick. Now let's go to the office. Oh, there it is. I see its eyes over there in the darkness. We'll leave it be. We'll leave it alone. Now, I do have like a thing here. Can I light these? Let's say I use my torch. Yeah. So let's swing around to the office. There might be something useful in there. Hopefully there's not a creature in this direction. The office. What's this? I can just lift the whole typewriter and take it with me. Nothing. We got more beef jerky. Nothing. Painkillers? There's like a whole treasure chest right here. Locked, but I need a key. Well, guess what I have? Assuming it works here. Nope. Alright. Flare. Oh boy. Commander Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu Weekly Report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance, but carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, and that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom. And I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out there. But the matter is out of my hands. The base is so disconnected, sometimes I feel as if war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for activation purposes. 7 bayonets, 1 industrial ice pick, 1 pair of reading glasses. Reconditioning of mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going on ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. So this bunker was obviously built during the World War II era. And yes, he has another little save stone on his desk. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no longer a stranger. Never seen before, I still know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. It was different, but the same. That time, like, I had more control. But over what? Yeah, it's very interesting.
I found some more batteries over here in this cabinet. Let's check the drawers next door. Oh boy. Copenhagen Post, Monday 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine.
Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sown into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at the Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine this last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, locals' figures for the last 100 years have abnormally high at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interviews, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Tone Gate live in the mountains. The university is awaiting results on chemical testing. Studies continue.
Well, those turn gates get important. Alright, we got a key. I somehow seriously doubt there's anything in these drawers, but I'm thorough. Alright, key, do you open this? You do. And inside, we have a big book of explosives. The black match fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. So this is just a guidebook to how to make an explosive that we'll need. One part... Alright, we'll reference this later whenever we need it. For now, let's go deeper into the mines. Okay, we've got the workshop over here. Somewhere. Might turn up that mouse sensitivity. It's locked. Uh-oh. Can I climb? Can I climb over this? Come on. Do one of those Half-Life jumps. Okay, well, where do I go then? Oh, yeah, I did have the key to the door. Okay, well now we're in the workshop, so... I don't know what these... I don't know what this is in these bags. Mining slag, maybe? Yeah, let's close that. Oh. Oh. I did block... Oh, what? There you go. Yeah, there he is right there. What's up? What are you gonna do on that side? Huh? Oh crap, you're nudging the wall. Did you just knock yourself out? No. No, push the door shut. Oh, crap, he's busting it open. There. Oh, Curry. What? I do know they have a weakness for getting up high. That's what we're gonna do. It's hard to hit them with this thing. Come here. Don't run. Come here. Would I pacify you with that? Look at him. Here he comes. Can't hit him more than once, though. That looks final. Yeah. Don't fuck with me. If I'm able to kill you, I will. Alright, now we can peacefully look around. Okay, we got explosive in this direction. Old cement mixer. TNT. So what we need to do is build a fuse, it seems. Great rusting iron wheels, remnants of the past age of industry. This must be the only exit and it has caved in. The shaft's caved in here. Could have happened years ago. I shouldn't be risking my life like this. The whole facility could come down around me. Still, if I want to press on, I'll have to clear this obstruction somehow. There must be something left here I could use. Maybe there's still some industrial explosives lying around. Here we have another note.
I love my workshop. It has too great a hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. One cannot help but feel for those without such delicate mousy morsels on which to munch.
Alright, for the red ate ravenously of their flesh today, and shall continue to do so. This is possible thanks solely to the button and pad I installed in the door, and yet Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. So 8412. Got it. Remember when puzzles were easy? Just light these up, I guess. Wait, but how do you... I wish I had an actual map. So here's that door pad. I don't know if I have unlimited Zippo lighter fuel, but it'll be alright. What was it? 8423 or... Where's my notes? 8412. Hello? Anyone home? Hey. It could just be a piece of ice reflecting in the light, or more likely my imagination, but something's definitely catching my eye under those rocks. Well, let's dig it out and see what it is. Just gotta dig and dig. Pickaxe. Great. What can I do with a pickaxe? Looks ancient. It's so old I don't even know if it would have been used for. All the things you'll need to be a successful carpenter. Cool. I got a pickaxe. Can I break rocks? Not very effectively, if that is what you do with it. Now let's throw another save. This must be tied with what's going on here. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful, or have a heart attack. One of the two. Okay. Weird jail cell here. We got back here. Just an alternate route. Well, that's pointless almost. Oh, well, yeah, pointless. I thought it got me around and back somewhere, but no. Uh-oh. An electrical fence and it's been put up recently. I better find a way to get over it. I mean, besides jumping? Hold on, let's... Can't quite reach that barrel. I mean, I'm guessing it wants me to grab some sort of environmental object and use it to get over. But there's not much in the way of useful objects here. there's a flare back there. Here, we'll take this. You know, put it in here like that. Maybe we can just walk on over. Ow. Zapped my ass a little bit, but we made it. No, don't power back on. Stupid. Let's set that there. What? Lock, damn it, how am I going to get in there now? The door does look very, very weak and old. Maybe we can bash it in with a pickaxe. Oh, we fucking annihilated that door. Holy crap. Dry gunpowder, that's what I needed. Alright, let's put that away. We got ourselves dynamite. Painkillers, what's this? What are these things? Nope, nothing too practical here. I'll take that though. Dynamite. Huh. Dry gunpowder, but what do I put in it? Don't I need string or something? The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Alright. Hey, maybe this use some kind of string to make fuse looks decent enough condition. Okay, so now I need backstrin. Cotton string. That's not quite right. Where the hell's glue, my man? Is this glue? To the explosives area. Maybe there's some backstring there. Backstrin. Alright, we are going to take this TNT while we're over here. I'm pretty sure I know where this thing goes. Let's try not to toss it or anything. Alright. Yeah. Trying to put it really in. Could have been used for mining operations, but I don't see a fuse. Yep, just need some glue. Just put both objects here. Nope, not gluey enough. I need to start thinking straight. Good boy. Alright, you just leave me alone. I'm gonna go check out the office. Wow. Somehow I missed this big glowing bottle on the desk. Backstrin. What? So let's combine these two things. It's soaked in backstrin, so the gunpowder should stick, or rather, I really pray the gunpowder sticks. Alright, so now that we have that done, we can go put gunpowder on the string. Yeah, I see you. Like, super not scared of you. And apply some gunpowder. I don't know why you didn't just pick up a pocket of this stuff and take it with me. Alright, so now we can go to the TNT that we've already set up. We should be able to insert the fuse and detonate it. Ending chapter 1. Okay, so let's throw that fuse in there. And it's ready to light. Let's pull the lighter out. Yep, let's go. Gotta take cover. Nice. No cave-ins, no imminent death. It's not much of an opening, but it'll have to do. But pathalling. Little did Jason know at the time, but that was actually pronounced potholing. Has always terrified me. I guess that's traveling through tight places. I don't know. Well, do I go in or what? There. Just one pixel too far back. When I look back, I can't think of what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance at still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity. The coming out on top. Now, I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kick-starting the chain of events that led me to end up here writing to you. I just hope once you understand my story, you will have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. Can you look at that damn sentence? Not only is it a run-on, it's got 4 commas in it. 4 commas in one sentence. No. Alright guys, that does it for chapter 1, and I'll be back with more Penumbra next time, and I'll see you guys then.